Today on Chesapeake Shores, we talk about love songs, love stories, and I love yous. Love all around. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, Chesapeake Shore fans, all you Chessies out there. Welcome back to AfterBuzz TV, after show with Chesapeake Shores. We are doing Season 3, Episode 5, Love Eventually. I'm your host, Marisa Serafini, and then joining me I have...
Hey guys, my name's Julana Dizon.
What's up, guys? I'm Tay Alexandria.
Hey guys, it's that Carlina Will.
What's up, ladies? Such a great episode. I'm very, very excited. Happy Labor Day to all of you and everyone who's watching / listening to us. We're definitely putting the labor into this Labor Day. Labor of love. I'd like to think it's labor of love because we love the show and we love talking about it. And before we even start, Carlina, I believe you brought something special for us.
Yes, I did.
Please do
you
talk.
guys have been asking for me to bake. I think Tay even challenged me last week. Yeah. I was like,
every week you're gonna get a challenge.
Well, I don't know about every week, but you know, we're always talking about Nell and her famous muffins. So me and my mom came together and literally combined both of our favorite flavors into our original banana nut family bread. Ooh. So like, she added her oatmeal twist, and then I added my chocolate chips.
Yes, I was hoping you were going to say chocolate chips.
I was wondering, I'm like,
you know, I think it's like the age difference. It's like older people are like, I love the oatmeal, and I'm like, nah, we need our chocolate.
Wow.
But you know what? Jeff, our engineer, said like it's good. So
you got the oatmeal one?
Yeah.
I got dibs on the oatmeal.
Yes. Well, thank you, Carlina, and your mom too. We will definitely enjoy these muffins throughout, and maybe after the show. And Nell, I love how Nell's muffins made a cameo appearance in this episode too. So it's very apropos. Okay, we'll definitely get into all the love in this episode. Jess and David. David returns again. He seems like he always comes back. Yeah. Bri and Simon and the manuscript. Trace Riley and what's going on with the band. Mick and Megan, what's going on with them. And then also Kevin and Sarah. So much to talk about them. Don't worry, we're going to cover it all. But before we do, your quick thoughts. Julana, let's start with you.
I loved the love episode. I just like that there was not a lot of drama going on. For the most part, everybody was happy. And Chase surprised Abby with the song, which I thought was so sweet. Yeah. That's like, I want somebody to do that for me one day. So.
Like Julana, such a love episode. My favorite one was the Jess and David. Jess and David finally finished the Cinderella part.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, I kind of predicted that, but I just need it with the whole shoe. I love that, but a lot of love happening.
You guys, I love Bri and Simon. Like, you know, there's a whole book editing thing going on, and then I think 3 little words snuck out from Kevin's mouth while he was running with Sarah. So I'm ready to dig into that. That was really cute.
Absolutely. I love this episode. And I loved how all of the relationships right now are really on the up and up.
They're good.
Like, they're actually, knock on wood, pretty good right now. We don't know what dramatic things are going to happen. But right now they're all pretty good. And that's very, very rare to see on the show because, you know, drama. You have to have some controversy or some conflict. But let's get into it. Jess and David. Yeah, David comes back with the shoe. I mean, we saw last episode, Jess dropped the shoe conveniently, like Cinderella.
She would be the one too, though. But it's cute.
David coming back.
I did. I predicted a lot of things on the show that are happening. Just saying, but keep going.
I mean, first of all, how cute was this?
Yes.
So cute. But are you surprised we didn't see David's family or like any moment where David was talking to his family? He's like, no, this job isn't for me. I'm going to go home.
I feel like it's coming though. Like this moment was just for like, hey, this is for you, Jess. Have a Cinderella moment, but maybe next episode, the Pecks aren't leaving the situation. Like something's gonna happen.
Really? I didn't feel that way. I feel like he handled his stuff with his family and he came back with the shoe, and then I feel like that might be the end of them. Like now he's just gonna live there with Jess, and I don't really see a reason for them to need to come back.
I think it's going to be a blend of both of your, suggestions. I think, yes, he is done with his family. He is going to live with Jess, but I feel like the Pecks are going to come to Chesapeake Shores.
Like
to meet
something's going
to
to happen.
Right. And stay in the inn.
Yes, and just make it awkward to be like, oh, this is what you're leaving us for. You know what I mean? They're not going to, they're going to pretend
so
like they're
judgmental.
supporting, but they're going to be judging the whole time.
You're going to be like, David, your quiche, it's so good.
You know.
I mean, I could actually picture that because that would make for great drama.
Yes.
But I was surprised we didn't see the Pecks in this family to wrap out David's storyline, which makes me think we'll eventually see the Pecks again. If there's actually going to be a confrontation moment where he's like, this is my true passion. This is what I want to do. So I'd like to see that just to like fully accept that David is back.
Yes.
They're not going out quietly.
No.
They're coming back.
No.
They're coming back doing one way, shape, or form.
It's like they're coming back.
Well, I mean, they'll have to
That'll
come
be
back
fun,
for a
though.
wedding, right?
Sure, if they show up.
Hopefully.
Because they might be
Yeah.
still mad at Jess for putting him in her place. Maybe? No?
Maybe. Or do you think the Pecks would eventually come around?
Eventually, but they're going to visit.
Season 8.
You know,
Season 8.
Season 8.
very far.
Season 8.
Man.
Interesting.
That could be a whole other drama
could be its
TV
own
series.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it could be its
yeah,
own
the
TV
spin-off.
series.
Can you imagine they did a spinoff called The Pecks? That would be great.
the Boston Pecks.
Boston Pecks.
It's a good name.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think the Pecks are going to come back. We don't know in what shape or form, but it'd be fun to see them. Okay, moving on to Bree and Simon. So Bree has to edit her manuscript. She has a hard time editing herself, as you know, all good writers do. You don't want to get rid of the great things you write, is what they call slay your darlings, or kill your darlings, whatever that metaphor is. Your thoughts of Simon so graciously volunteering his time to help Bree, but she's just not really having it.
I kind of question why he was volunteering his time like that.
I can question
guys
everything about their relationship. I'm so confused.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
what's
pretty
happening
confused
with
too.
them at all. But
Okay. I feel like Simon read her book and was like, hey, listen, I'm going to give you advice. I think he was waiting for what we were all waiting for, Bree to admit that she was the main character in the book and admit her flaws. And that's why he kept pushing her to the edits, kind of like, you know what, you're like better than this. You can write this character better than what it is because, you're changing too. So I think that's kind of why he kind of stepped in.
Right, but does he have ulterior motives? Does he still like her?
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, I definitely feel like there's some type of motive.
So
for
really,
that.
he probably just
Yeah.
came back to have some reason to be around her then.
That too, but
Which is
also
cute.
make the book better because, two writers, they pull from each other emotions. And if you know the writer really well and you realize that they're not really selling themselves or putting their emotions into their book, you're going to say something. So I think it's a combination of both.
Right. Also, Simon did say that Bree overcomplicates everything and that she sent out 8 different manuscripts to the editor.
believe there was
So
8.
it's really just the process of which draft do you want to actually finalize. So like as a writer, I appreciate Simon doing that for the practicality's sake. And it's like, you are a writer, you have to pick. But I do like the metaphor of this. We found out last episode that Casey is Bree. They're interchangeable. But I do love that it's like, yeah, you have these flaws, but you have to change. Or you have to get rid of and you can't dwell on the past.
Yes.
So I did like that. And it took a while for Bree to actually realize that. So I like that character dynamic.
Okay, Miss Romance, what'd you think of his comment after that? She just threw her emotions out there at the bar and he was just like, just want to get you a drink.
I'm
Brilliant.
for it.
You are?
He was nervous. He was
for it.
probably nervous.
I was
Yeah,
waiting
I'm
for
for
more.
it.
I was like, you're a writer. You have so many words.
Yeah. Yeah,
romantic.
the writers tend to be technically the most awkward. They're great on paper and get everything out, but in the actual social world,
Yes.
I've noticed they can be kind of awkward.
Okay.
In a
They
way,
need
so
time to think about
Yeah.
things.
They can't just write it out, scratch it out. No, this is real life. So maybe that was a situation for that.
So
Yeah.
what exactly is it? I'm just curious. What exactly is it about the Simon and Bree relationship are you not for?
No, I'm for it. I'm just confused about it. I'm just
Okay.
confused about, Julana said, why he keeps feel like he keeps randomly appearing. And what is your purpose? I need to know something. Are you gonna are you gonna get on one knee? Do you like her? Do you want to start a relationship? Help me understand
But
it.
Bree has so many issues. I don't think she's ready for diving into a
could be
relationship right
true.
now.
I
She
don't
really
think she
needs
is
more of a
either.
friend right now, which is what he's being, right? That's kind of how I see.
I also
Right
see
now.
the motive.
But you got to be careful, Simon. You come around this often, you are going to get into the friend zone.
Oh, that is true.
This often?
Those O'Briens.
Don't. And I'm like, I like them together. You like them together, Julana.
I
think
like
they
them.
work. Yeah. We can't friend zone Simon. He's great.
I wouldn't be surprised if she did, though.
Yeah.
I think
To be honest.
I don't think she knows what she wants. So
You
she
guys
might
said
be
that
like
last
one
week, last
day,
week, too.
oh, he's my friend. Oh, but I like him. But he's my friend. I don't know. I'm with you. I'm
That's
super
what I'm saying.
confused. I don't know if she likes him or if she wants to like him or doesn't want to like him. I just don't know.
But I think that also reflects just Bree's mentality
Yes.
on everything.
Yeah.
She overcomplicates and overthinks the situation too. I don't think she knows what she wants either.
Scatterbrain. I can relate
she
to that,
just
though.
Let's focus. Let's just let Bree focus on one thing at a time. Getting this book out before the deadline. Like, let's just do baby steps with her, just like we do with Connor.
I think it's also priorities.
I'm actually very proud of Connor, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to Connor. Yeah, it's priorities with Bree. I think the book comes first, and then maybe Simon.
Yes.
Right now, just in the storyline. All right. Anything else about Bree and Simon before we move on?
Give me structure and I'll be happy. Keep going.
All right. Here's our structure for you. Everyone, you all know that we're on YouTube and iTunes and stuff. But how you can help us on YouTube is by subscribing. Julana, I believe you have a little bit more about that.
I do have an announcement about our YouTube. What's up, AfterBuzzers? Our network here produces after shows for all of your favorite TV shows, and we've got dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans than we do here at AfterBuzz. We need your help, and you can help us by subscribing to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channels, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help us here at AfterBuzz continue to grow and continue to bring you great content every week. Don't be worried about pesky notifications because you can opt out of them. And hit the subscribe button now for this channel and check out all of our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments so we can shout you guys out on air. And for now, just thank you for being the best fans and helping us be the ESPN of TV talk shows.
Yes, thank you everyone for always tuning in. And I see all you checking into the live chat. Shout out to Lori and Chris Bruno, and I see all of you guys. Thanks for always tuning in every week. Definitely subscribe. Hit subscribe now if you haven't. All right, let's moving on to Trace Riley and the band. The band's taken off. They're doing bus tours around.
amazing.
Their name is on the bus now, so it's getting a little bit more official. Radio interviews, but in the meantime, Trace writes a song, "Timeless." First of all, the song, it's great.
It's so good.
sounds
He
really good.
tweeted me when I was like, I love it. He's like,
Yeah. For those who didn't know, via the live Twitter during the actual live show yesterday when it aired, Jesse Metcalf actually responded to you, Carlina.
yes.
Oh, he did?
About the song.
He did. He
I didn't
did.
even know that. Wait, what did he say?
He just like retweeted it and then replied like prayer hands and then music notes.
Nice.
Well,
So he tunes in.
Get
Yeah.
him here.
Yeah, I'm trying, guys. I'm gonna
trying.
try. But I was like fangirling. It was great.
He's over in Europe right now. So he's a little busy. But yeah, so I mean, go check out the fun parties on Twitter. It's really fun. But yeah, your thoughts of this song, Timeless. And it's about Abby. But Lee's not really happy about it.
Told you. I told you these predictions I'm on point with.
Okay, I'm going to give it to you. You did very good with predictions.
Thank you.
She did.
Thank you.
I was actually thinking that while I was watching the show. I was like, dang, Tay said that.
I mean, you were saying that it was, you're over it. Not the way that it was presented last episode. I knew she was like, she feels some type of way. She still likes Trace. And we clearly see that.
Wait, what was it in the last episode that gave you that little inkling?
When what was it specifically that happened though? Oh, it was the phone thing when when they were kissing, and then she was like, "Time to go."
I kind of co-signed
to
with
go.
Tay a little bit on that. I was like, that was a
can
little
see that.
shady.
There's a reason
Where
for
we
these
thought it
storylines.
was like all business. We weren't
No.
for it. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but we'll be seeing Lee's not happy, but also it was kind of surprising, but not really, when she takes Trace aside and be like, "Hey, I'm usually your writing partner, and we didn't write the song together."
That's because she feels some
Is
type
that
of way.
reasonable?
I don't think so. I mean,
Is that a reasonable argument, though?
I feel like if you're somebody's writing partner, okay, first of all, the band is called the Trace Riley Band. So it's very much him, and, you know, those are his supporters, or she harmonizes, whatever. And if they write songs together, that's great. But also, if he writes his own song, that's amazing. I don't think she should feel butthurt about it unless there's another reason.
It's
You
personal.
know, because she
I
said
agree.
that's the best song you've ever written, but she's still not happy for him. She should be like, this is a great song. We're going to be playing this. It's going to be a number one. But, you know, she was sitting at the bar and she's like, I guess.
She is
Yeah,
missing a lot of.
exactly.
I mean, she won't get writer's credit, which is a lot of money. So that's gonna
Oh,
suck.
she wants way more than that.
I know she wants more, but
she
I'm
doesn't care about that.
She doesn't care about the writer's credit money. Okay, my bad.
She's just mad that the song wasn't written about her and it was for Abby.
Right.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I do find it reasonable that she would be upset because they are writing partners. They have written every song so far together. But there's more. There's something more about that. But what are your thoughts of Trace surprising Abby and singing it to her, serenading? Oh, it's so romantic.
That was cute.
But
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Go ahead, Tay.
go
Okay,
for
I
it.
just know. It's in my prediction, so I don't want to say it yet. Actually.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me
It
hold
was
off.
cute, but what? I mean, it was a perfect moment.
No, just say it.
No,
just
it
say
was a perfect moment. It goes deeper into the fact that I just think he's gonna it's another inkling. I feel like he's gonna leave the band completely for the family. That's what I'm saying. I was gonna get into it later.
Yeah, I predicted
It was
that
cute
last
though.
week.
You can do all the cute things in the world, but you guys actually have deeper problems.
I was really impressed, and I thought it was very mature of him, and it really shows how much he loves Abby and how she really is the most important thing in his life. Because he only had not even a whole 24 hours, and he did that and put in all that effort to get on the plane and come see her just to do that and then leave.
Plane and taxi to get to her, and then to leave in an hour to go back to Washington, D.C.
But then to coordinate with her sisters was super
Yeah,
sweet.
he did the
too.
most.
I said it was cute.
She's like, nah.
It's romantic.
It was romantic. I'll get into it
Carlina,
later.
what did you think?
I really loved it. I thought it was super sweet. That's why I got retweeted. I thought it was super sweet. And then the lyrics were just beautifully read. Like, you knew it was about Abby and how deep and just the emotion when he sang it. And I think that's why his bandmates were stopping and looking at him weird when he sang that, because you could just feel his heart pouring into it while he was playing. And they were just like, whoa. Well, this is literally the best thing ever written. We never saw that much emotion from him. And so then for him to share it with Abby, he's like, yo, this is something. Let me play it for her before he even plays it for everyone else. Did you guys catch that?
I didn't, but now that you say it, that's extra sweet.
Extra sweet.
Oh,
So
man.
nobody else heard it aside from his bandmates and Abby. So I thought that was super sweet. And then coordinating with his sisters. I heard a guy really, really loves you when he communicates with your siblings
That is a
about
must.
you to
Is that
work
what you
something.
heard?
To coordinate something.
And she's pretty You're trying to give hints.
He put a lot of effort into
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he put a lot of effort into just this quick appearance.
Yeah.
But I also loved that he said the most important person in my life this time I show you face to face.
She started tearing up, right? Or
Oh,
was that just
she
my-
full on
Crying.
cried.
Your
Like, she
her
started crying.
reaction
Yeah.
to it.
Yes.
I love that.
I
she
think
They're
loved
so
it.
in love.
I think Trace gets an A++ for this episode.
He's the best.
Yes.
I think I put he's the sweetest, most romantic guy I've ever met. That's what I put on Twitter.
Yeah, but this was after Abby voiced her concern about these paparazzi pictures. It's like, girl, you just need to get off the internet and stop looking at pictures
Yeah.
about you and your family. It's only going to get worse.
And they're
You
great
can't
Yeah, I was
photos.
gonna say that.
They're great photos. They're not like the
they're
bad
good.
paparazzi photos. You know,
True.
so you're playing with
Yeah.
your kids.
I think it was just more so because of the kids. She was worried about the kids aspect
They're
of it, though.
famous
But
now.
I get it. It's
Give them an
pictures.
Instagram.
Right.
Utilize that. Come on, Abby.
They're going to get verified soon.
Well, but the pictures they're not salacious. I think Abby's just making a bigger deal of them than what they really are. But it led to this romantic moment. She was so concerned and worried that he had to actually go see her and kind of calm her down a bit. Romantic. All right, moving on to Mick and Megan. What is happening here? Pizza dates, reminiscing about the past once again. I like it. I actually do.
Should we start with Carlina on this one?
I don't have much to say because I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't. I just think they should work. You know, if
I
this
didn't know
is
you
a
didn't like it.
If this is a friendship lunch, I'm all for it. They should be friends, nothing else, just friends.
It seemed fairly platonic.
Right? Yes. Okay. So let's go based on that. No future relationship between these two. Let's just go based on this scene. I thought it was a great, camaraderie and chatting and reminiscing about what they had, which is great. But just let's leave it there as friends
Why do you want them to be just friends, though?
because there's no coming back from what she did.
So you're really more just against her. I've never really been for or against them up until this episode, actually. I really liked this scene.
No,
And I really thought that they were kind of cute. It was so cute that they were reminiscing about the place that they went together.
My
And
prediction.
they got, I know,
Again.
I'm kind of for them now. I think I'm going Team Mick and Megan because of this episode.
And the waitress said it was cute.
Right.
No, it's cute. They're greatest friends.
She was like, it was so cute that you guys are still going on dates. My parents do
Yes.
that.
My
They didn't
parents
have to
do
add
that.
the parents thing and make them seem like extra old. But yeah, it's
Well,
still
they-
cute.
Okay.
I don't think she. You,
I know. I don't think she
obviously
meant it
wasn't
like
that.
that.
Apparently,
It's still
Chris
building.
agrees with you guys because he said Megan and Mick, awesome. Love that they're getting together. So everybody's on you three's
Yeah.
side as friends.
Maybe
That's
you
how I
just
feel.
need to get on the forgiveness wagon about
Uh-oh.
Megan.
You know what? 5 kids is a lot. I don't know if I would forgive somebody from that. But you know what? Maybe it is a good challenge for me to see. I'll watch.
Yeah.
This season all is
Maybe I
about
was like-
making amends. And-
Clearly.
Exactly.
It is.
Maybe if you get to the
Everybody-
point where you can forgive Megan for what she's
That's
done.
what I need to do because I think I definitely
you can
want
accept
happiness
this.
for Mick because he's like such a great father.
Well, Jess
and
did it. I feel like you should. Forgave.
Did
Connor
Jess
also
do
did it.
Did Jess do?
Yes.
Wait a minute. We're gonna get to that scene. I
Yeah,
want
we're gonna-
Marissa to get to that scene because I don't know if she actually forgave her or just was like, let's sweep it under
She
the
literally
rug.
just said, like, just be in the now. There's no point of dwelling in
on
the
the now.
past. Just focus on the now. She said it. It's okay. It's just you, but it's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, since we are on that scene, that conversation between Jess and Connor, forgiveness of their parents. It's a slow but steady build.
Yeah.
And I like how we saw all of last season 2 of Jess trying to work with her mother, and she's gotten to that point where they're civil now, and Connor and Mick needs to work on it.
Exactly.
Do you
And they
think
did,
it's really
right?
Sorry,
Connor and Mick, they did in the end.
a little bit.
Yeah. I was like,
I feel like I feel like
They
it
were
was a
beginning.
huge step. I thought it was good.
I think by the end of the episode, though, Connor definitely had a little bit of clarification, and
Yes.
because of that conversation, maybe he's starting to change his mind now,
Yeah.
or at
And
least try.
I think there's a difference between forgiveness and acceptance, right? So I feel like they both accepted the situation. Like, listen, these are our parents. We got to get along with them. Let's move forward. The fact that they were just talking about pie and ordering more pie, I believe that pie solves everything as well as banana nut muffins. Like, you know, just like keep eating through their problems. So I think like they're just accepting.
That's the problem.
I'm a foodie, okay? Give me a break. Okay, so I just like believe that, you know, they were just kind of like, okay, this is where we're at. You know, like I think she even said a line like, should we just order, you know, should we keep eating or actually go and deal with this? Like what happens when the pie runs out? And Connor made a joke like, let's order another pie. You know? So that's why I kind of said like I don't feel
Still
like it's
avoiding
full
it.
on. I don't think Jess full on forgave her mother. I think it's just like an acceptance thing. I think I'm similar with like Jess. It's like I accept Megan being in the family, being friends with Mick, but I'm just kind of like a little hesitant with Jess as well.
Okay. I also have a prediction that goes with the Megan.
Okay.
storyline, but that's in my prediction.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do like that. I see your reasoning on that. I like it. And I like how Connor eventually did go back to Mick at the end of the episode. They know they have issues. It's a vicious cycle with those two. They argue, they make up, they argue again, and make up. And this time they're actually, it seems like they're actually talking and working through their problems this time.
That sailboat seems to be like the mending sailboat because it started with like Thomas and Mick around with the coin scene, and now we have this. I need a sailboat like that to solve my problems.
But I think it's also the boat is a metaphor for people's problems. It starts off as a hot mess, but when you work on it and fix it, then it's something that is beautiful and you can like enjoy.
Well said.
Yeah,
The boat is literally a metaphor
Yeah.
for everyone's relationships.
it is.
So it's a slow work in progress. I like it though.
I'm so proud of you, Connor. I think like all the fans now have been dogging Connor when I said I was so proud of him. I think he got like a lot of likes. People were like, "Oh, she loves him now."
I feel like I was always Team Connor. I just knew he was just a work in progress.
Yeah.
I was always Team Connor. I got you, Connor.
I think Jess had one of the best lines that like really read Connor very well. It's like maybe you only do. Oh, what was it? I have it. Maybe you're so used to being angry you don't know how to be anything else. It's like, and
like
that's what
that.
I've said. It's the Connor's so angry. He's an angry person. He needs to have some anger issue management, and then like actually work.
Was
work
that
through his
also why
issues.
while they were eating pie? She
Yes,
said
that was
Yeah.
right.
See, as I said, the pie was kind of.
And that was a big pie, I thought. I mean, I've never eaten a whole pie
We'll have to try that
in
on
one
the show.
sitting.
We'll have to
Thank
try
you.
it.
Maybe
I agree.
maybe
Thank
for
you.
now we can bring a pie,
Pie
and
and just like see if we can eat it
throughout.
throughout the show. I'm just kidding.
There we go.
Did you not like the line, Marissa, where he was like, "You don't know about boats," and he said, "No one was there to teach me," and then he was like, "I'm sorry."
So touching.
That was a little stab.
No, but like I really respect Mick because he never. I feel like he never really said "I'm sorry" until that point.
I feel like that's what he needed. Connor needed to
Yes,
hear.
because Connor, I think, addressed it. He's like, "I'm tired of the circle that we
Yeah.
keep going through," and I feel like the dad, like, once he realized that, he's like, "Oh, this is an end to that circle." That's
Yeah.
kind of what I got from it.
I thought that was a big moment because Mick said, "I'm sorry," and then Connor said, "It's okay," or
Yeah.
something along. I don't
Now
remember
Connor can
exactly.
finally, I think, heal.
Yeah.
Start to heal.
They
yeah.
both can heal and work through the issues. I love that moment too because Mick does realize he wasn't always there for his children.
Yes.
Megan actually left, but Mick was always gone because he was working. But he didn't spend and give the proper amount of attention to his kids, such as Connor. He's making up for it now, though. I like to think. All right, definitely everyone tune into iTunes. We're also on iTunes for audio. Rate, comment, and subscribe there. 5 stars. Leave a nice review, and we'll shout you out. So YouTube and iTunes. We're available everywhere. Chesapeake Shores AfterBuzz TV. All right, moving on to Kevin and Sarah. Oh, this is such a great episode for both of them.
Yes.
I love them. I love them. So we start the episode. Actually, Sarah gets hurt. Kevin's at the hospital, really, actually concerned. Your thoughts of this? I was very worried for Sarah.
Yeah.
I knew she was going to be a fine because the preview showed it, but what are your thoughts of of Kevin being genuinely concerned?
Of course he was, because he loves her.
But I didn't even
found
realize how much they were in love until this. Like, until how much Kevin felt about her until they went to the hospital. And that's how it usually is, actually.
Maybe he didn't know
Yeah.
until he went to the hospital. A lot of times I feel like that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I just love the parallels between both of their stories. Like they both missed near-death experiences, and they handled it, their issues the similar way, like running. And I love that they had her running because it was like she was running from the problem,
Miles and miles.
throughout the episode.
Full on running.
Literally
Like, sprinting
So,
for
and
miles.
I do give Megan credit. I've been giving Megan credit for being a great mom. Talking to Kevin about it, like, you know what, we were scared, so you should like let her know how you feel, because and him just talking to her, be like, listen, there's only so much you can do. Like, are you scared? And he's like, I thought I was gonna die, and then she's like, I
that
thought I was gonna
scene.
die too, and that was super.
That scene almost made me
yeah.
cry when
Yeah.
she started crying. But I think it's important that Kevin had that experience because if he wouldn't have experienced that himself, she wouldn't have reacted that way, because she would have been like, you don't know what it's like to be me right now, but
Right.
he did. So that's why I feel like it was so touching.
Yes.
Kevin was definitely the one person I think because she has a really tough exterior. Very, very tough. So I feel like the fact that Kevin can actually get through to her and like have that parallel experience is what she needed, pretty much.
I love it, and it makes those two like so similar that they complement each other well, because it takes one to know one in a good way, but that like he had to go through it to understand what she's going through right now. But I really enjoyed them, and the moment when you mentioned that Megan like had that realization with Kevin, like the more you pretended to be okay, the more scared we got. That's what she said. But also it made Kevin realize how scared he was for Sarah. To this realization, mortality motivation is real. When you think you're gonna die, but then you find out you don't, you just have like more motivation for life, and that's what Sarah was going through. But
To the point
it's
that
very
they
realistic. It's very realistic.
To the point that they said, I love you is finally in the end.
Aww,
That was cute. I wasn't expecting that,
moment.
though. But yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that was such
I
a
feel
good
like
moment.
have you guys ever had that moment like where you accidentally said it? You're like, oh, oops.
Well, it's here, yes.
Yeah,
I do.
it's here.
I
No,
know,
I never
I said it. There we go.
Yeah, actually, at first when he said it,
out
I
there.
didn't realize that it was a new thing. Like, for a second, my brain was like, okay, so they love each other. And then he was kind of like, oh. And I was like, oh, wait, he's never said that to her before.
Right.
It took me a second to catch on, but I think that was so cute. Probably one of my favorite I love yous in TV history.
It was
Aw.
Yeah.
It was great. It was so genuine too. There's like, it like meant a lot. Like, I love being in your presence. I love doing stuff with you, and I love you. And I'm like, aw,
Yeah, it
I
seemed
love
very
it. I love
real and natural.
it. Very.
Would you guys have done what Sarah, like, when you have a near-death experience, what would you guys do? Would you attempt to skydive?
Probably. I have no idea. I feel like you can't like
No,
attempt
that's
true.
that unless it
That's
happens
true.
to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it definitely makes
Maybe
you
not
like
skydiving.
realize, like, you appreciate things more. I feel like for me, because like I was in like in a tornado incident in England, that was really near death for me.
Yeah.
But like I feel like you're just more like, for me, it wasn't like the opposite. I think you can either go that end where you're just like really crazy and want to do everything, or you can go the other end where you're just like very needy, and that was me. Like I was like, hi, how are you? Hi, you know, like always calling people because you never know when's gonna be your last
that's
time. So
true.
I went on like the other spectrum. So it's like interesting. But yeah, it's definitely like either way, like, you know, kind of like what Kevin was telling Sarah, like you're not going to be the same after that. You just see life in a whole different way, which is really cool.
And what Sarah was doing, like running, bouldering, skydiving, those are adrenaline rushes.
Yes.
Those are things that could be near-death experiences if
Exactly.
gone wrong. So, I mean, but it was good on Kevin to, like, actually confront her about this. And so they're really working out their real problems.
Probably, I think he also didn't want to keep running 10 miles every day.
Like, I'll
lot.
do anything to get
Wait,
to the
how
butt.
do you like to run? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We should run
a
together.
lot,
I love
though.
running too.
Yeah.
We're the runners. But I like them. They're cute. And they're now in love.
I was waiting for an episode like this too, because I wanted more of them, and I'm glad
Yeah, she was kind of gone for like a
while. I
little
almost
bit.
forgot.
Yeah, she's gone for like 2 episodes. So,
Yeah.
and actually, here's a surprise for you. We actually have Jessica Sipos. She's going to be on our show in a couple weeks. So
Yay!
there's a little
Wait, did you
Did-
know
did-
on Twitter I started their couple name?
Kara.
Kara.
It's not
that was
Kara.
me. No, it is Kara.
Yeah, it's Kevin and Sarah.
Kevin and
together.
Sarah Kara. Because I
Cute.
pitched
Okay.
Got
Kara
it.
or Seven, so Kara won on Twitter, and so she confirmed that by saying hashtag Kara. So that was cool.
So we love
Nice.
Team Kara.
Team Kara.
Team Kara.
We're all Team Kara. I actually, and this sounds terrible because you know how much I love Trace and Abby, but I liked Kevin and Sarah more in this episode
I like
than
it.
I
Oh,
did
yeah.
Trace and Abby.
I second
Definitely.
that.
I was like,
opinion.
ooh, watch out. This is
I know.
becoming the better couple this season.
Yes.
Definitely their episode.
Because they're just like young and in love, and they don't have anything really, no past or any
Well, they
dramatic
have a
things.
past, a dramatic
do.
past.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know, but
They don't have any care. I get
they
it.
just seem more
yeah.
young and carefree, and they go on runs together by the coast. Grace and Abby don't do that.
They have a
right now.
healthier relationship right now.
Yeah.
We're going to get a photo of Marisa and Julana running on the coast.
Okay. We're not. All right. Sure.
Great.
All right. Well, speaking of coasts and stuff, we have our fun special segments at See You at the Shore. For those who are first tuning in and don't know what it's about, we're going to tell you about a certain shoreline / ocean beach where you can, go and visit. So, Tay, I believe the shore is brought to you today.
Today, we are going to Rhode Island. Before there was Palm Beach and Hamptons, there was the original beach playground of the insanely bougie, wealthy, called Newport. It was one of the largest and most important colonial seaports in the British Empire before the American Revolution and is the birthplace of religious freedom. Population is 24,672. In Newport, the largest public beach is Easton Beach, or First Beach. It has a view of the famed Cliff Walk. Look at that, guys. It's so beautiful.
Oh, it is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Do you see that? Those mansions.
So blue.
Yeah, it is.
Or that could have been like an amazing picture. But yeah, it's so blue. It is famed for the Cliff Walk. It is a 3.5-mile path running from Memorial Boulevard to Ocean Drive. You guys would probably like that because
I
you
was
like
like,
running.
You'll
There
see
you
Julana
go.
and me running there.
That's actually the Cliff Walk.
Okay.
3.5 miles. It includes the breathtaking ocean vistas and glimpses of Newport mansions on Bellevue Avenue. It is known for sailing. The prestigious America's Cup is frequently held in Newport, where the fastest sailing ships race for the trophy. Surprisingly, it is known for pirates, too. Pirates, seafood, and surfing. And speaking of seafood, that is... Oh, There we go. White Horse Tavern. It is USA's oldest tavern and 10th oldest restaurant in the world. The rooms are restored to colonial glory. The cuisine includes a delicious number of artesian cheeses, sweet selections of honey, tasty prime meat cuts, and locally caught fish.
Wow.
So, sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Fun fact, though, look at that mansion right there. That's actually Jay Leno's house.
What?
He
Stop
bought
it.
it in November. It's $13.5 million with 14. Yeah.
So if you can tell what he was missing out on life.
He was so sad.
Very,
was.
very depressed. I just feel like it just takes one trigger for that to happen. And I will keep saying it because the storyline is developing. Mick and Megan are going to rekindle.
Agreed. All right,
Regardless
Carlina.
of what Carlina says.
Carlina, your thoughts?
No comment on Mick and Megan. For Simon and Bree, I agree. I think there is a kiss coming with those two, and I'm excited. Trace leaving the band. I don't know, because we still have to, not right now. I think we still have to develop his, because they opened that door with Lee. So we got to explore that plot line a little bit. Like, what's happening? Is she going to, express her feelings? She's like, Marisa's like, do we have to?
Do we have to go back to Lee?
That last week. It's so funny.
Can we just be done with it? I'm the same as you. I'm not into
remember.
that whole story.
Lee's just a running through line from season 1.
I agree with you
give it
guys.
up.
That was just a
Give it
prediction
up.
that came true.
Oh my gosh.
All right, keep
going. Okay. And then we saw for next week's previews that Wes has a girlfriend, and I'm excited to see how Abby deals with that, because she's been parading Trace around Wes. And so now Wes has somebody. So I'm excited to see how that goes. I don't think it's going to go good at all.
Yeah, I don't think so either. All right. I also agree Trace is going to quit the tour, but that might be a breach of contract or a breach of whatever their deal is going on. But I don't see the country music life, touring life in his future after this. Maybe finish out the tour and be like, yeah, I did it, done, moving on, going back to home in Chesapeake Shores and back with his family, with Abby. I think, because there was the quick line where Megan was like, I can't wait to read it. Breen's manuscript. I was like, she hasn't read it. Awkward. This is going to be so awkward. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
Megan's going to read the manuscript and it's going to open up a whole emotional can of worms with Bree and maybe just the rest of the siblings because they've all now have read it or in the process of reading it. So there's going to be an episode where just all the emotions towards Megan and what she's done with the children is just going to be out there. It's going to be great drama.
Ready for it.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting here like this.
I can't wait for that episode.
With her muffins.
Just a whole blowout.
Oh, yeah, with my muffins.
With her muffins.
And tea to watch. But I think there's definitely going to be a moment or at least an episode where everyone's just going to try to finally clear the air with Megan. I think
And then they'll rekindle all sitting by the fire outside.
Exactly.
Which tends to be a trend.
Could
So
be
we
when they're
already
on
know
the
how
boat.
it's going to
The
end.
boat, yeah.
Could be when they're on the boat.
That picture, from Instagram. I haven't seen that
Yeah,
yet.
I think I made a prediction a couple episodes ago where I said they were all going to go on a family vacation and have all this drama go on while they're stuck at sea.
Yeah.
Remember I said
Oh,
that?
gosh.
That's what it's going to be. It's
There
going
we
to
go.
be that
Awful.
storyline on the boat.
Oh, that's
I think we should start taking bets on
Well,
on our
I'm already
prediction.
up
Well, yeah.
for
Yeah,
3.
Taze.
Yeah.
I'm doing
So-
pretty well, too.
Okay, but I'm just kidding. You have.
Okay.
Everyone knows I'm prediction queen.
All right. As I eat my muffin.
Thank you, ladies, and thank you, everyone, for always tuning in every week. In the meantime, where can everyone keep following you?
You guys can follow me everywhere at Cooking with Carlina, but on Twitter at Cook with Carlina.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tay Alexandria TV.
And you guys can find me on Instagram at Julana.
And you can follow me everywhere at Serafini TV. You can follow all of us here, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those fun social media platforms at AfterBuzz TV. Keep rating, keep commenting, keep subscribing, and keep tuning in because we have some special guests lined up. You just have to tune in to see who we have. Thank you, everyone. We will see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.